Good afternoon, Year Sixes. Please let me introduce you to the tutor welcome. I'm then going to pass you straight over. There we go, off we go.
Great, thank you. Can everyone hear me? You can just type in the chat box just to make sure you can hear me. Yep. Okay, can I be heard? And I can be seen, right? Hopefully I can be heard and I can be seen. If not, just give me a message or a shout, or I'm sure Miss would let me know if that's not the case. So just quickly. Seems like technology isn't on our side today. Okay, there we go. So I hope you can all see the screen and the presentation. So welcome to Wangels. Welcome 7C to Wangels. So I'm Miss Akinwale Miwa. So it is a bit of a long one, but it is literally just said as it is spelt. So Akin and then Wale Miwa. So you can just take it in chunks. And I definitely wouldn't be offended if you just chose to call me Miss all year round, or just Miss A. But welcome 7C to Wangels. So we're just going to get started with just telling you a little bit about myself. So again, I'm Miss Akinwale Miwa, and I will be teaching mathematics and also economics here at Wangels. And some of you, I might actually be a familiar face. So some of you might recognize me from the Year 6 transition day, or some of you might not recognize me, and this might be your first time seeing me. But either way, you know, one thing that you can all know is that we're all sort of in the same boat. So I myself am actually going to be new to Wangels starting in September as well. So I know that, you know, for a lot of us, you know, you might be feeling a little bit, it might be a little bit of a daunting experience. But, you know, something I can definitely tell you, because I've been at Wangels for 2 weeks now, just, you know, shadowing and getting to know the department and getting to know the building and know my way around as well, is that you would definitely fit in, you know, very quickly. You know, everyone is quite nice, friendly, and you'll be able to find your bearings. So just a little bit about me, if you haven't already read about it, or you haven't seen it in any of the information that's been sent out to you, is that I do enjoy cooking. I do also enjoy traveling, you know, and I love to sing as well. And I would love to hear a lot about some of the hobbies that you guys are also very interested in come September. And I guess a fun fact or something interesting that people sometimes are wild about is that I have 4 sisters. So you can tell that my parents definitely wanted a boy, but, you know, 4 of us, in total 5 in total. But yes, I hope that you're all really feeling excited and looking forward to starting Wangels in September, and you're not feeling nervous, but you're excited and looking forward to the experience. So we're going to go next to speak about some of the Wangels expectations. So these expectations basically form the basis of everything that we do here at Wangels, and everything that we believe in as a school and also as a community. So, you know, number 1 is that you should always be prepared to learn, okay? So what does that mean? It means making sure you're coming with the right equipment for the correct subject. Also, you should be proud of your achievements and efforts and successes, okay? You also need to be able to confidently say and communicate that you are a positive member of the Wangels community. Another thing is that you will respect yourself, others, and also our drive to also learn and grow, okay? Another thing is to build your resilience, you know, so say that I'm always going to be someone who builds my resilience, someone who remains focused and also on task. And the last one there is that you will be responsible for speaking and acting towards others in a very kind way. Each of us are responsible for our own behaviors, and it's again just taking responsibility for your own behaviors and attitude towards learning. Okay, so some of the things that we should note here is that number one is that Wangels is a no phone policy. So no phone policy school. So if we see any mobile phones, you know, during school at any point during the school day, it will be confiscated from you. And then just some key members that you should know. So you have there Miss Humber, who's our principal. You also have Mr. Johnson, who's the deputy head teacher. You have Miss Street just over there, who's the assistant principal. And of course, you know, I'm sure you've already met him, is Mr. Reynolds, who is the head of Year 7. And just a little bit of information here in regards to the uniform. So here you can see that the uniform is a white formal shirt with a collar, and the shirt is to be tucked in at all times. So you can see as well that there isn't an obligation for you to wear a jumper. So you just need to make sure that, but however, the blazer definitely is an obligation. So it says that a school jumper is not compulsory, but if worn, it must be the official Wangels V-neck jumper. And again, you need to make sure for your trousers, it needs to be a very sensible, so it says a very sensible coat in cold and wet weather should be worn by students so that Yep, so a very warm and sensible coat should be worn by students. And of course, in terms of your trousers, so for boys, you've got black tailored trousers or shorts. So any form of skin tight trousers, leggings, jeans, chinos, or combat shorts cannot be worn. And shorts must be at your knees. And in terms of your shoes, so it's any plain black flat shoe that is suitable for formal working environment. Should be worn at all times. So no logos should be visible and trainers are not to be worn as well. So that's the uniform here at Wangels. Moving on to your first day here in Year 7. So the first day for Year 7 is going to be on Monday, the 5th of September. And what you're going to do is you're going to first of all arrive at 8:40. So 8:40 is a normal school starting day. So you arrive at 8:40 and you meet your tutor group in the quad. So don't worry, there's going to be loads of signs, and I'm going to be there with a sign with 7S written on it, so you know exactly where to go. And then once we have everybody, we're going to move from the quad. We're going to go into our tutor room, which is most likely going to be in my room in the maths building. So that's the green zone. And then you're going to have your official Welcome to Wangels virtual assembly from Miss Humber and Mr. Reynolds. And then we're going to have a tour of the school. So that's going to be quite interesting because that's going to be done in a Wangels treasure hunt. So it'll be a really interesting, and fun way for you to just not just meet other people, socialize, but also a fun way for you to get to know the school and get to know the different locations where your classrooms are going to be. So at Wangels has actually made it a little bit easier for you to know what you're doing, because you have the different where you're going, because you have the different colored zones, and then the numbers will tell you what level you're in, and then of course you just find the number of the classroom. So that's going to be quite fun to do. And also on the first day that you come in on Monday, the 5th of September, we're going to also issue your timetables. So each and every single one of you will get your individual timetables, and you can ask me any questions that you may have concerning your timetables. You're all also going to receive your lockers, and also it'll be an opportunity for us to go over any uniform and equipment checks, making sure that everybody buys the same calculator. This is something, as a math teacher, everyone has the same calculator. So you want to make sure you've labeled your calculator, you've labeled your uniform, and different things, so that what you start with at the beginning of the term is what you end up with also at the end of term. So that will be a good opportunity for us to do a uniform and equipment check. Also, we'll have an individual check-in with me, so which will be a really good opportunity for me to get to know each and every single one of you on an individual basis. And also it will be an opportunity for us to do your canteen and biometric fingerprint scanning also will be taking place on that day. And we'll have loads of nice icebreakers and activities for us to do throughout the day as well. And the day on Monday will end at 3 p.m. Something also interesting about that day is that you're going to be the only ones in school. So that would be a big will be a good opportunity for you to get your bearings, you know, without the added pressure of, you know, the whole school being around. So that's quite a nice day you'll have on Monday. And then the next day, on Tuesday, the 6th of September, you're going to be arriving again at 8:40, which is our official start. But this time you're going to go straight to your tutor room, okay? So I would have shown you the day before, and on Tuesday, you just want to head straight to tutor. And then that would be an opportunity for us to, again, check your timetables, planners, lockers, and begin to, you know, bring in also the Wangel's passport, which I'm going to talk a bit more about in the next slide. And again, we'll do some icebreaker activities, and again, an individual check-in with me, and then you'll begin the school day as well, moving on from that. And again, the school day will finish at 3 p.m. So there'll be an opportunity for you to just type in your questions in the chat box, and then I'll just go through them at the end. So moving on to the Wangel's passport. So over the summer, we would definitely love for you to complete some of the activities from the Wangel's passport. So you should be receiving these, you know, in the post, or maybe you should have, some of you might have already seen these already. And it's an opportunity for you just you know, do something creative over the summer, and you can pick, the idea is for you to pick 1, 2 or 3 or more of your choices for you to have a go at during the summer. And this project will be due on Friday the 9th of September. So we would love definitely for you to bring them in, and it'll be nice, you know, for me to also just put them around our room, our form room, as displays. But this again is an optional thing for you to do, so you don't have to. And again, all entries will be put into a raffle for a prize to be won. So that's an extra incentive, you know, for you to have a go at that during the summer. And that is it from me. So does anybody have any questions that you would like to ask? So just again, a nice reminder. So please use the Q&A box on Teams. And again, remember that we can't answer, or I can't answer, any personal questions or tell you the names of other people in the tutor group. So I'm just going to move on to Teams so that I can see the chat box. If we have any questions coming in. Oh, I can see the questions. Yeah, so you can see and hear me. Good to know that I didn't just talk. Do we have any questions? Anything at all regarding our start in September? Okay, I got a question coming in. So it says, what years will be taking part in the passport? Okay, so that's just going to be purely for year 7s only, I believe. But Miss can just clarify that as well. I believe it's just a year 7 activity to just get you engaged and also help you just do something fun during the summer to get you prepared. Any other questions? I do have lots of questions. So it says, can I take a packed lunch, or how can I order a hot meal from school? Yes, so you can have your packed lunch. So at Wangel's we do staggered lunch. So I believe your lunch is at 12:30. So from 12:30 to 1 is the lunch for year 7s, and in that half an hour it's social time. So you can go to the canteen and have your lunch. So everybody who opts to will be fingerprinted, and what can happen is that your parents can therefore, there's a portal, and your parents can therefore upload, so it's a cashless canteen, so your parents can upload money into your school account, and that way you can use it to buy hot meals from the canteen at any time during lunchtime. And of course, yes, you can bring your own lunch box and you can sit in the canteen and eat it, or you can sit outside with your friends and eat that there too. And I believe that if you also look on the website there, the menus for every 3 weeks, I believe, is also on the website, so you can have a look. And one thing I'm sure of is every Friday is definitely fish day. So yes. What about summer school? I don't believe so. Maybe either sir or miss, if they can hear me. I don't think there is a summer school, but that's just that.
Miss, there is a summer school.
Oh, there is a summer school.
There is a summer school. If you want to find out a little bit more about our summer school, if we could ask you to email the transition email that you've all been given, and we can provide that information for you.
There you go. Can you please repeat your name? Yes. So it's Miss Akin Wale Miwa. Literally just as you just take it in 3 chunks. Akin Wale Miwa. If, as again, I said, I won't be offended if you go for Miss A or just Miss. Yes. I'll be impressed though if you remember how to say it in September. So can you still bring your phone? So yes, you can bring your phone, because obviously we understand that you might need to make travel arrangements, you know, before and after schools. You can for that purpose, but the thing is, if we see you on site, it will be confiscated. So you can have it for after and before school, but just make sure that we do not see it on the school premises. Again, someone asked about summer school. Yep, that's been answered. Is it okay to talk or be around year 11 as a year 7? Yes, it's okay. So if you have friends in any of the higher, in any of the other year groups, it's okay for you to also interact. I'm sure, because if any of you do any extracurricular clubs, I'm sure you're going to meet, you know, different people from different year groups and stuff, and that's completely fine. Yeah, you can make friends from any year group. Are there hot school meals? On Monday the 5th. I believe the canteen would fully be running, but sir can just confirm that. So the canteen should be up and running by Monday the 5th when you guys come in. So
I can confirm that will be the case, Miss.
Yeah, there you go. So yep, you should have hot food available on that day. Do they need to bring cash on that day, or their fingers will be?
We will be starting the biometrics, so scanning in the fingers on that day, so they will be able to use their parent pay accounts. If it gets to lunchtime and they haven't yet had their fingers scanned, then they'll just be able to use their name, so they won't need cash that day.
Okay, great. Thank you, sir. Do the biometrics have to be taken before? There you go. So that question's just been answered. So your biometrics will be done on that day, on Monday the 5th. But if you haven't done it by lunchtime, you can just tell us your name, and we'll just be able to use that to credit your account for how much your food must have been on that day. Will I be there during the summer school? I'm not sure the dates of the summer school, but I will be at school later on in August. So if you're around that time, you might see me around, and it'll be lovely. If you do see me around, make sure you come and introduce yourself if you see me around in school during that time. And again, we've got a question here. So do we need to turn off our phones before entering Wangels? Yes, please. So phones must be off. If a teacher hears your phone in class, there will definitely be consequences. So make sure your phones are off when you enter the school premises. And once you've finished at the school day, so even during lunch times, you shouldn't have your phone on. And break times, you shouldn't have your phone on either. So once you've finished for the school day at 3 and you've left the school gates, then you can switch on your phones. Do you only have classes with your groups? So that depends, okay? So for example, in maths, I know that you guys will be set. So your form group is a different group, but then you'll have classes with different people in your year group. So for English, you might be in sets. For geography, you might be in a different set. So it just depends. So you'll see different faces, yep, in different classes. Any other questions? Okay, I've got another question. So the date is the 25th. Oh, okay, so no, you won't get to see me. Did anybody see me out of interest during your year 6 transition day? No one remembers my face? So where do you leave your phone? So you can leave it in your bags or in your pockets. So Wangels don't take responsibilities for that. So you can leave your phone in your bag or in your pocket. So if your phone turns on without you knowing, it's at the teacher's discretion. So the teacher would have to deal with that. If it was an accident and they think it was a genuine accident, they might just ask you to turn it off, and that will be it.
Hi, Miss. Can I just correct you there? If we see or hear the phones, we will confiscate them. So they need to be switched off and in bags, please.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. When do you get homework? So your different teachers will set you a homework day, and you just basically everything will be on an online platform. Can't remember the name, sir. If you can just remind me.
Satchel
Your homework. What is it?
Satchel 1.
There you go, Satchel 1. So all your homework will be on there in terms of what you need to do, your due dates, and any information regarding to your homework. So it will all be on that platform for you to have a look at and for you to complete. So in terms of when you get homework, your teachers will let you know exactly what day your homework will be set and what day they also want to receive your homework. Do form groups stay the same for each year? Yes. So the people that we have, the people that you see in September, we're going to be together for the next 5 years. So, yeah, it'll be very good time. We'll get to know each and every single one of us. We use Teams? Sir, do they use Teams?
Only during COVID. We have all of our lessons live now, but it is a tool that we might use for things like assemblies.
There you go. Yassine, I'm loving the questions. Any other questions? Great questions. Bethany, Elliot. Any other questions? Ellie? Any other questions? Are we all feeling excited about coming in September? So when you first start, do you get lots of homework? It is at your teacher's discretion, but I'm sure they won't give you too much homework during your first couple of weeks, just so you can get used to the routine of secondary school life. But I'm not making any promises on that, okay? But I'm sure a lot of teachers will probably give you a little bit of leeway for your first couple of weeks in terms of if you get lots of homework. I love it. So Yassine is looking forward to starting. Anonymous also is looking forward to starting. Liam's looking forward to starting. Elliot's looking forward to starting. I love that, guys. I love it. Any other questions? Any particular subjects you're looking forward to starting? Of course, other than maths. I know you're all looking forward to that one. In lunch, can we start going to the field and the pitch? Okay, so in terms of the areas that you have access to, that will all be communicated to you on Monday in regards to where you can stay and where the areas that you can play. Because I know the fields and the pitch are usually quite competitive areas, so you'll be told and it'll be made clear. So your week, so basically in your timetable, you have something called, it's a dual, I don't remember the name for it, but basically you have a week A and you have a week B. So your timetables will change slightly in week A and week B. And that's the only difference really. So you just need to get used to week A and get used to week B. So maybe you can just write, if you get yourself a planner, you can write at the beginning of the week, week A, week B, and you know it's going to be every alternating week. That's a good question, Ellie, actually. And yeah, drama. So Liam's looking forward to drama. Good. Yes, so you will get your timetable. Your timetable will be given to you on Monday, and you can ask me any questions in regards to who the teacher is, the classes, and anything you have on that. Good. So what time does break and lunch start? So I believe your break time starts, your break time is from 11 to 11:30. Okay, so your break time is 11 to 11:30, so it's half an hour. And then you have your third period, And then after third period, you guys go to lunch. So you get lunch from 12:30 to 1 o'clock. And then you have your period 4 and your period 5. Hope that's answered that question. Yes, lovely. Bethany's looking forward to starting. Yassine is looking forward to science, PE, RE, and more. Well done. What if you can't remember where to go? If you can't remember where to go, you can ask anybody in the school and they will be happy to give you directions, okay? Anybody in the school will be able to give you directions. And if you've lost your timetable or anything, you can ask any teacher. They'll be able to pull it up for you and just let you know where you need to go. So there's nothing at all to be worried about. If ever in doubt, just ask, okay? If you're ever in doubt, just ask. There's no such thing as a silly question. Any more questions? I know we've got about 4 more minutes to go. Do you have a new timetable every term? No. So the timetable that you receive on Monday will be your timetable for the rest of the year. So the next time your timetable will change will be in year 8. Any other questions? Who remembers my name? Are there rules? So is there rules? Is there any rules about the toilet time? So you need to make sure that you go to toilet during your break time and also your lunch breaks. Teachers generally would not like to let you out during lesson time. So you need to make sure that it's your priorities to go to the toilet during those break times. What kind of skirts do you wear? So you need to make sure that it's a black skirt. So you shouldn't be wearing anything bodycon. It needs to be just a normal black black school skirt, so it shouldn't be tight fitted at all. Okay, I'll just put that back up. Any more questions coming in?
Okay, thank you very much, everybody. Thank you, Year 6, for joining us this afternoon. And thank you, Miss, for giving up your time to introduce yourself. We look forward to welcoming you all in September. I hope you have a lovely last few days at primary school. And we will see you in September. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Bye, everyone.